guys, welcome to another episode of Yamen's Take on Things. And today I'm going to be talking about something that I am totally guilty of. So I am saying this in order to tell myself. I keep watching it over and over again in order to tell myself, Yamen, stop this thing you're doing. Okay, so it is basically asking yourself if you are being blunt or you are being toxic. Right? So growing up, I always used to see myself as somebody who is very blunt. Like, I say what's on my mind. I do not care if it affects your feelings. I say the truth, blah blah blah. But getting older, I realized that, are you just being blunt or you are a toxic friend? Because there are certain things that should just be left unsaid. What's the point of saying something? What are you trying to prove? Right? Are you trying to just act like as if you are better than somebody else, or you're actually trying to help somebody? If you're actually trying to help somebody, then are you preferring a solution? Right? So I'll give you some examples. Let's say, for instance, you have a friend who you used to be really slim and then they added weight. Now the question is, obviously being blunt to be like, oh hey Mary or whatever, gosh, you've added weight, what's up, like there isn't okay. That is being blunt. Or you tell yourself that you are being blunt, right? Obviously she's my friend, so I'm just trying to tell her the truth. But the thing is, there's a very thin line between being blunt and toxic. Because first off, you don't even know what's going on with that person. You do not know maybe if the person fell ill, or you do not even know if that is the person's ideal body goal. You don't know, right? So you making such comments is a toxic behavior, right? Stop it, especially when it comes to unsolicited comments. Like, if my friend comes to ask me and say, Yami, please tell me the truth, do you think I've added weight? I'll come and be like, oh yes, you've actually added weight from the last time I saw you, and this time blah 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 blah. You state your opinions. That is also being blunt. But if from nowhere, nobody asked you anything, nobody asked your opinion, nobody asked for your advice, nothing, you just come out and start saying stuff and tell yourself that, oh, I'm only saying that because I only say what's on my mind. Nobody asked you what was on your mind. Nobody did. Okay, so stop being a toxic friend or a toxic sibling or a toxic anybody, co-worker, whatever it is that you are. Keep your comments to yourself. Nobody asked you. If somebody asks you and say, please be honest with me, then give your comments. Okay, because people are going through stuff. People are going through a lot of things. And you know what I've noticed? People who act that way, and I'm talking based on my own experience, right? Most of the times when I used to be blunt when I was younger or toxic, I thought that I was trying to help. I thought that, oh, if I say this, then maybe nobody else has told them, so I will say it in order to, be the person that helped. But you might be coming from a good place, but the person might not take it in such strides. There was a time when I told a friend of mine, and I thought I was joking. In fact, I felt like I was joking, right? You know how, this flabby underarm or whatever, I don't know what it's called, right? I just said, hey, your arm is getting bigger. And I just like played with it a little bit. And to me, I felt like, okay, we're close, and it wasn't something that was serious. I didn't mean it the way it was taken. But the person got angry and was like, you know what, Yami, keep your comments to yourself. Nobody asked you. At that point, I felt, oh, okay, like, all right. Yeah, very touchy-feely today, no problem. But looking back now, I'm saying, why did I do that? Why did I feel the need to want to give an opinion that nobody asked of me? You might be close to somebody, doesn't mean that you wouldn't hurt the person. In fact, the closer you are to somebody, the more likely it is for you to hurt them. Don't you know that? So if you keep talking without a filter on your mouth and telling yourself that, oh, you know what, I'm honest, I'm blunt, I say what's on my mind, you end up being toxic. And another thing I've also noticed is that people who are so blunt are not very receptive to the same kind of bluntness. Okay, so if you are so blunt, then you should also be able to take bluntness, right? So why don't you just chill sometimes and be like, okay, this thing I'm about to tell the person, am I telling them because I'm trying to make myself feel better? Am I telling them because I'm just trying to make them feel like, oh, you know what, I noticed? Or am I trying to tell them because I feel like it's wrong for them or it's bad for them, so I'm trying to help them? No, let's say for instance, I noticed that a friend of mine is getting weight and adding weight, and I asked them and be like, oh, hey, are you okay? Did you, like, is everything okay? And I'm like, yeah, cool. Are you happy? Are you depressed? Like, try to find out some things first. And if the person comes and be like, yeah, man, like, I've just been adding weight, I don't even know what to do, then you can be like, oh, okay, maybe there's some workout programs you could do, there's some dieting stuff you could do, then you could give your advice. Most times, you just keep quiet, shut up, just shh, right? Being blunt does not mean that you always have to talk. Saying your mind does not mean that you always have to talk. Saying your mind means that if you are asked, then you be honest. Being blunt means that if you are asked, then you be honest. And besides, the fact that you are blunt does not mean that you have to be disrespectful or rude or, like I said, toxic. Alright? So, whoever you are out there, it's good to be yourself, it's good to speak your mind, it's good to be honest. But ask yourself some questions before you render such unsolicited comments / advice. Nobody asks your opinion. Keep quiet, because one day somebody will slap you and you'll be wondering why. Thank you so much, guys, for watching another episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know your comments. Tell me if you agree with me. Tell me if you've had toxic friends who keep telling you, oh, you know what, but they always, every instance they have or every chance they have, they try to put you down, all in the name of being blunt, all in the name of being truthful or whatever. So tell me your experience with this particular topic, and we would discuss it in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so that you can know when next I post a video. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.